I first came across board intelligence in my role at EasyJet, where I'm deputy chairman, and I was very impressed with the performance pack that had been created there over time. So I thought this was a really powerful tool to help a board be much more effective in fulfilling its obligations, both as providers for shareholders and as supporters and constructive challengers of the strategy.
Well, before we started working with board intelligence, the board papers that we had, I think, covered the bases. They certainly covered the bases in terms of the financials, but I think there was a sense in which they probably didn't reflect the whole of our business model across creative performance and specifically remit performance, commercial, operational and the financial elements as well.
Since we introduced the new pack, the conversation in the boardroom has definitely changed, and one of the things we found is there's more room on the agenda. So because the pack is so clear, it's so consistent every month, people can read it without having to be taken through it. We don't have to discuss it, and that leaves room on the agenda for the strategic issues and for the debates that we want directors to really focus on.
That catalyst, saying, well, what is the information we need as an organisation that supports both our performance and our strategy, then leads to a very robust debate. But at the end of that, you produce a quality set of data which forms the basis for the organisation to take decisions. And the value of that is it then frees up management time, because they're no longer having to answer questions that are already answered. It ensures the organisation is producing the information that's relevant, and ultimately you get a much better quality of debate and discussion and decision support.
So the most valuable thing I think that we've gained from the process and our approach is probably for me this question and answer format. It really clearly highlights what it is you're trying to say on every page of your board report. And if you don't know the question, then what's the content on that page doing?
The principles that we really found helpful working with board intelligence was the laser-like focus on what the board should be talking about. So we'd allowed a lot of extraneous material to creep into our board pack that was really about managing the business, and it wasn't about the issues that we wanted the board to be focusing on. The nature of the project we went through was a very inclusive one. I think board intelligence were very well respected when they came into the organisation and able to work across the organisation to engage lots of different people who were authors of different parts of the report, bring them all together and help them understand how to present their data in the way that made most sense from a director's point of view.
They were really pleasant to deal with, really professional, and a little bit challenging and pushing us on occasion as well, which I thought was really helpful and got us to a better result.
Every board should go through this process on a regular basis. There's lots to be had from just reviewing how it is that you report your data. Businesses change and the way you tell the story has to change with it. But having the authority of board intelligence and their experience working with other boards has really helped us be able to adapt a very solid framework to the specifics of our business.